you play Skull and Bones solo? It's not something many people ask, mainly because they are all playing Helldivers 2. However, if you do like pirates and don't want to play Sea of Thieves, as that game is in solo is either hell or just sad, then you might be wondering, can I co-nope out of co-op in this game? So let me tell you. So quick background, what this game is, as even Ubisoft themselves were quite unsure for a long time. So Skull and Bones is Sea of Thieves meets New World. You know, that Amazon MMORPG that everyone forgot about. And you might ask how? Well, let me explain, okay? Jeez. So in this game, you pirate around in your ship, shooting fools and collecting resources. Yeah, collecting resources. I did not think I will see something like that in this game, but it is here. It really legitimately reminds me of New World when it comes to resource gathering. So essentially this game is like an MMO. While you run around, or rather sail around, you will see people going around doing their own business. You generally don't have to interact with them, but they do influence your game. One way they do that is with the aforementioned resource gathering. See, same as New World, the resources are shared. So there are times where you go to the gathering, let's say wood, and it's already depleted, which really gave me that New World flashbacks. Other than that, other players don't really get in your way, they just exist and make the sea feel less empty, which, you know what, I'm fine with. Unlike Sea of Thieves, there's no forced multiplayer that makes grievers happy. No, here you can just take a chill and ignore other players. Though, as far as I'm aware, there is zones and ways you can fight other players, so if you're into that, you will be able to. Also, unlike Sea of Thieves, you are not punished if you're playing alone, as controlling the ship is one man's job. And you know what? I do really appreciate that. I keep coming to the Sea of Thieves, but it really is the closest comparison we have at the moment. This game, despite Ubisoft calling it a multiplayer game, is definitely much more single player game with people running around the place than an actual multiplayer game. It really is not something that takes away from solo experience, and sometimes it can even help. For example, I was doing a mission where I had to destroy these ships to get some kind of cogs or something. Alone, I almost got destroyed because there's many of them. But there was a ship doing the same mission as me, so we just teamed up and quickly destroyed a few ships and got away from there. In that aspect, it really reminds me of like playing WoW alone, or something like the solo MMO experience where you do things alone, but when it gets tough, sometimes you can team up with strangers, and then after you do the missions, you can just go in your separate ways. Honestly, Skull and Bones is a great game for antisocial people looking for solo experience, but also, you know, yearning that confirmation that other humans exist, but, you know, you want to keep them on arm's length. As such, Skull and Bones is getting 9 out of 10 on a co-nope scale, as this is how multiplayer should be designed. It should be an option, not being forced, which is what really damped down my experience of Sea of Thieves, for example. Just for fun, when it comes to judging the Skull and Bones as a game itself, I would say it's like 7 out of 10. It's fun if you like ships, like me. I like casual sailing games, so I definitely enjoyed this one. However, for people who really don't like ships, or want to run around with your character, this probably is not a game for you. You just sit there on a ship. There are some moments where it's like third person, but it's only on a very selected situations. There's no combat or anything else. You just walk around in this hub area. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend if you're not into ships. I'm also quite surprised because I'm not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed naval combat, but it does seem that they've done few things differently that make this a good experience for me. But yeah, I overall think it's a cool game, and I would recommend it if you like ships. And yeah, that's everything from me today. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and tell me what other games we should check on co-nope scale. And I shall see you next time. Bye.